look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, we're streaming. I think we're streaming, you know? Hey! Whoa! Whoa! Hey, look at that, look at that. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the 60K sub celebration. Whoa! What a day for it, right? What an amazing thing. What an amazing thing, you know, what an amazing thing. We are here, we're in the building, look at you. Look at you. Look at you, Moose. He says purple wave emojis, which is a good thing to say. What up, Jules Vaughn says, oh, what a glorious day. I saw Jules Vaughn earlier, you know. And she didn't know this was happening, but she does now. Hey, what's up, Miranda Alec? What up, Cindy Bailey? What up, Chris? What up, Cyclops? Everybody! We're on YouTube. We're celebrating YouTube 6K, so we're not on Twitch. We're not on Twitch tonight. No VIP room for you lot who liked that. Frankly, being away for a week and a few days, and oh my goodness, spent 4 hours setting this all back up again. I took everything apart. I completely rearranged the streaming studio, the spaceship. Everything's in a completely different place, different order, different angle, different all sorts. And frankly, plugging it all back in was very complicated. But we did, by Jove, we did. Let me know if anything is weird with the sound or anything like that. It should be cool. Got it working just in time, you know? Thing. Whoa! What up, Moose? What up, gang? What up, Alex? What up, D-Man? What up, 2076? What up, everybody, baby? Whoa! This is great. You don't know, but like, oh, this feels good. I haven't done this for a while. What's up, baby? How are you all feeling? It's the Meaningstream, and we back in the building. It's not the Meaningstream. It's the. Do you know what this is? Do you know what's crazy about this? I don't know if you guys know. We are here today, and you know, we're celebrating 60,000 subs on YouTube. Imagine that, 60,000 subs on YouTube. I feel like that's a lot of people. Feels like there's a lot of people who've at some point in their lives clicked a thumb. You know, and shout out to all those people. And, you know, shout out to you, particularly you. You are here right now. Absolutely amazing. How? What's crazy is those of you that have been paying attention. We streamed every day for 366 days, right? 366 days we streamed every day, and then we had a little reload, which is where we've been for the past, 9 days? Feels like longer, right? Feels like longer, Jules Vaughn. Feels like longer, Robert Easley. Feels like longer, Scoops82. But anyway, do you know what I only just discovered this. The stream before the meaning streams. So the meaning streams were a sequence of streams that happened every single day for 366 days between 2020 and 2021. I was streaming before that. People forget, you know, we were streaming before that, just irregular. What was the stream before the meaning streams? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? The answer is the 50,000 subs celebration. If that ain't some epic symmetry, I don't know what is. So we had a 50,000 subs celebration, then we streamed every single day for a year, and then we had a 60,000 subs celebration. Isn't that crazy? what beautiful symmetry. You know, I was talking with Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and we were talking about how the world is made of patterns. You ever noticed that the world is made of patterns? You ever noticed that Akira the Don having conversations with Jordan B. Peterson thing? Anyone ever you ever noticed that happening? Shouts out to everyone who was here earlier today and witnessed that. Wasn't that how did you enjoy that, everybody? Was that how did you enjoy that? I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting, Willink. Welcome to level 1, Willink. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Pitsio Cat says it was great. Sensi Beat says it was breathtaking. Angela Williams says superb. Sean W says 10 out of 10. Willink says can't not have special emojis for this party. That's a very good point. That's a very good point, you know. And, you know, sorry we haven't got any balloons. I thought, I can make it loads of cool. But literally it just took me all day. After that, after the Peterson premiere, I was up till 3 o'clock this morning. You know, editing that Peterson video where you just putting little overlay things on it and making the lip sync was a bit off and getting that in right. I was actually a bit nervous, you know, because like everyone's been looking forward to it so much. I was a bit nervous for you all to see it in case you didn't like it, you know. But you did seem to like it, and that was nice. Slowboat's Realities, thank you again for the Chad 2 Power Mix. You are very welcome. That's a lot of things have happened while we've been away. It's so weird. I don't know why. So many things have happened while we've been away, you know? And we haven't even been away very long. That's happened. We make nifties now. I don't know if you know that. Shouts out to whoever it was who bought the Chad Formula 2 as a nifty for 0.69 ETH. 69 dudes. That was powerful. We got a new single with Naval out. We might play that in a bit. I mean, it's crazy. So much has occurred. Nathan Dunn says, can't wait to hear a song about leverage. Yo, we've got a lot of songs about leverage. On the new Naval album coming up, there's actually about like a lot of songs about leverage. You could almost go as far as to call the album Songs About Leverage, you know? And I'm very excited for you all to hear it. Nathan Dunn, Pitsio Cat says, it did end kind of abruptly. Cosmic Kangaroo says, my favorite Welsh text and DJing Canadian professional psychologist, self-help guru. How could it not be epic? Word XP says, it was cool you asking the doctor to get into his favorite music, going to listen to a lot of it, right? Willink says, I cried at the end of the Peterson interview. You were not the only one. You were not the only one. 2076 says, I haven't even listened to the whole new JBP interview. I kept rewinding it every 2 minutes to listen to the point over again. Yeah, it was emotional. It was emotional. It was beautiful. And we had a really nice chat afterwards as well. So, yeah, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing, and it was. You know what was really nice? What was really nice was, you know, talking with him about you guys, you know, because he pays attention. You know, when he comes in, he reads the comments and things like that, and he's, you know, that's part of what got it a bit emotional at the end. And if you haven't seen it yet, that what we're referring to here is Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson having a conversation, you know, and we had a wonderful conversation. You can listen to that. It's on this very channel, and it's on this very podcast feed if you're listening on the podcast feed. You know, so check that out. But yeah, we did. You know, we got emotional talking about you guys. You know, about you, beautiful babies. Hey, it works.
Happiness is fleeting.
Come on.
And suffering
MAC
requires
make some noise.
sustaining meaning.
For Dr. Jordan B. Peterson.
Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustaining meaning. That place where the meaning and the fact are conjoined, that's the proper place to lecture from. What you want to do as an academic is tell your students about something that you've encountered, that you've fallen in love with, and to communicate the love that you have for that. And not to say, well, you should read this book, but to say, well, here's this book, and here's what it can open up for you, and this is how it does it. This is what you'll gain from it. There's something in it that's of unbelievable utility, and you have to believe that in order to communicate it. To communicate that commitment you have to beauty and to truth and to literature, it isn't enough to say what they are and to transmit them. It's to manifest yourself as a living part of that tradition, and to show yourself thereby as a model for living out what that tradition represents, and to show that that's so much better than like a short-term pleasure-seeking nihilism. They're not even in the same conceptual universe. And people are far more open to that. They know already. People know, especially when they're hurt. They know that happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustained. They know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustained. King's Chapel, the people who started it didn't live to see its completion. They were driven by this nobility of transcendent vision, and they produced these enduring forms. Out of the bloody misery of history, we've erected all this spectacular infrastructure that we're so fortunate to be part of. None of that gratitude is taught. It's partly not taught because people have no sense of the absolute catastrophe of history. It's like nasty, brutish, and short. The simplest and most likely social circumstances. Catastrophe punctuated by hell. And to see that not happening in a sustained manner constantly, and to see things improving around us, and to be reliable in that manner, and then not to be grateful for that. It's an unbelievable combination of ignorance, ingratitude, and willful blindness. And to not instill that sense in young people, for them to understand that they are standing on the bones of generations of people who suffered to make this possible, despite all their errors, and have brought this forward. Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustained. They know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustained. We could concentrate on building the future instead of criticizing the past. You start in the world, if you have some wisdom and some humility, by taking the potential that lies dormant in front of you and interacting with it in the logos-like manner, with truth and with love, and by transforming that potential into whatever you can create out of it that's good. It won't be small if you do that. You can transform your whole household by transforming your room. You can transform your whole neighborhood by transforming your house. Like, these things spread very, very rapidly, and that is right there in front of you. People think they're impoverished, that they don't have any opportunity, and the opportunity is hidden from them by their unwillingness to take the steps that are necessary to put what they could put in front of them in order, and to produce the beauty instead of the ugliness where they could do that. And I don't think there is anything more powerful than that. That works. Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustained. We know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustained. Happiness is fleeting, and suffering requires a sustained. We know happiness is fleeting, and that suffering requires a sustained. So to say, well, here's a balm for the suffering, and it's profound and deep, and here's what it's meant to me, and here's how you can incorporate it into your life. People are absolutely starving for that, or dying of thirst for that.
Yo, wow. How about that? How about that? That's so crazy. It's so crazy. Very, very quickly, you know, you do something like this every day for a year, and then you're off for a few days, and it's like, it's very, 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 very strange. It's very, very strange. I gotta say, hey, here's the thing. We haven't done an international high five for a while. Who would like to do an international high five? Make some noise. And for the international high five today, baby, all I want to know is this. How have you been? How have you been? MAZ, you let me know. I want to know. I want to know. It's been amazing. It's been amazing, but like, you know, Mamadan, wifey, Charlotte, you know, she said the other day, what was it? A few days ago. She like woke up in a weird little sort of like panic. She was like, oh, I miss them. I miss the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. I miss them all. Because, you know, even I'm up here, boom, 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 boom. But, you know, she's there, and you guys, you're very, very powerful, you know, and your presence is felt. Your presence is felt throughout the entirety of Don Towers, you know, so. What up, Mike Betters, a.k.a. First. Captain First. What up, thank you, brother, good to see you. What up, Word XP, good to see you, baby. Says, happiness is fleeting, but Meaningwave is forever. That's so real. Miranda Alex, thank you for the support, you bad man. Says, feels good having everyone together again. Thanks for an amazing year. Amazing year. Amazing year, you know. And, yeah, I'm quite pleased I got the camera working. How about that? Camera's looking good. That's very exciting. Oscar, welcome, Oscar. New member, Oscar. How you doing? What up, Zach? Says, grateful to the gods to be here with all you beautiful people. Amen. Amen. We got Walking More Poet in the house. Says, Meaningstream exists. Exists. We are here. We are here and it feels like it works. How about that? We are here and it feels like it works. And what a time. Let's see what everyone's saying. Hey, does anyone have Windows? If anyone has Windows, do you know how to make everything a bit bigger? What is that? Something in where I've positioned my screen, where I read your interactions, it's a bit further away than it used to be. I can't quite read it. Either that or my eyesight has got worse recently, like in the past few days, which is quite possible. Sagittarius says, good. Agatha Uno says, grateful and lifted. Chill Canuck says, alive. Miss Superconductor says, been by AF. Maybe there was an S missing there. I missed translating your scrolls, you know, into sentences. What up, Cyclops said, I had an interview last night for a potential new business partner. There wasn't a fit, but I ended up letting him know that Meaningwave exists. And sent him Meditations Volume 1. So there you go. So it was useful. It was a useful situation, and that's very good. Shouts out to everyone who's been letting people know that Meaningwave exists. The awareness of the existence of Meaningwave seems to have increased. It seems to have increased just in this short time that we've been apart, and that's very nice. I guess you guys must have been letting people know that Meaningwave exists, right? I mean, you must have been doing that, so shouts out to you. Sheila says, distraught. Grateful to MAZ. Oh. Cyclops has been loving life and enjoying paternity leave with my family. Amazing. Jules Vaughn says, I've been traveling around Colorado with Back It Up, a.k.a. Peyton. 2076 is better than ever. Missing everyone, but getting more actualized every day. Wonderful. Robert Easy says, I've been great out here tackling my challenges, but I've missed all of y'all. Yo. Zach Salzer, I've been good, missed y'all, but I've been good, and I hope you've been too. Brian says, never been better. And then the messages rolled away. And A&B says, I've been enjoying your Telegram posts. I missed our fam though. You know, everyone still exists. If you want to hang out with anyone, people are in Discord, you should go Discord, you know. I believe people have been doing that. Walking More Per Virginia, I've been feeling energized and at peace. So glad you're here, ATD. Hey, it feels good, baby. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. Thank you all for being here. It's so nice to see all of you. Logan Mars says Windows accessibility settings. Cyclops 94 says Control Plus. Really? I'm gonna try it. If everything switches off, you know who to blame. Hey, it worked. Oh, that's great. Amazing. That was brilliant. I can read you. That's so cool. And it only did it on one window. It didn't do it on the whole thing. That's really cool. What would I do without you? I can't even remember. What have I been doing without you guys and your smartness and your intellectual brilliance and problem-solving capabilities? Absolutely magnificent. Becca H says, I started a low-carb diet, cleaning my room, making it beautiful, missing you guys. All good. Come on. Cosmic Kangaroo says, replace your windows with a magnifying glass. Yay. Never change. Never change. Never change, you cutie. Never change. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad you're all good. Fool Killer says, I've been doing good recently, acquired something very special. I have to make plans in preparation for it when it comes. Excited for Naval Volume 2. Are you having a baby, Fool Killer? You having a baby? Naval Volume 2 coming very, very soon. Very, very excited for you all to hear that. Cindy Bailey says, I've been nervous. I found out I'm moving when I least expected it. I feel grateful, but also bittersweet because I'm leaving my parents behind. But I know my kids will have a better life. Congratulations to you. Il Ink says, I've been good, and then I lost the message. It just scrolled away. It just flew away. Chris is getting after it. Orinoco's getting after it. Dan Frank is getting after it. Says getting better every day. Start courses Monday morning. Clouds are passing. Miss Superconductor says nice shirt, Akira. I love my new Rick James zebra suit. That Meaningwave Rick James. We got a new Meaningwave gear dropping in a couple days. By the way, the third drop of the year. There's a Link's message. Says I listened to the Chad formula while you were away and I actually loved it. I read it. Also got my nails done for the party tonight. Congratulations. Yo. Cracky Dollar says, no, I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that. Hey, I forgot. It's so funny. You cuties. Oh, what beautiful, beautiful babies you are. Well, it's good to be here. It's good to see you. And I think it's time for us to do an international high five. Don't you? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. What's that song? What is that? Oh my goodness. Atomic, that's it. Why does this song suddenly sound like Atomic? Ooh, Atomic! Oh, your hair is beautiful! Oh, tonight! Wow! Yo, that I feel a bootleg incoming. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. Wow. Well, shouts out to Blondie. Man like Eric Foster in the house. Chaos has exploded us. Yeah, but here you are, Eric Foster, you beast. You beautiful, beautiful beast. Make some noise for Eric Foster. In the chat, Eric Foster was instrumental in allowing the glorious wonder and the wondrous glory of today's Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson conversation to exist, you know. Speaking of, whoa, better
than alcohol, man. Yeah, and the funny thing is, if you're trying to stop drinking, you need something better than alcohol. And alcohol's pretty good. So you better find something a lot better, man. Esteemable people do esteemable things. It's like, yeah, well, you want to figure out something that you're doing with your life that's worth not getting drunk and screwing up. You might say, well, why do people drink too much? If you like alcohol, that's a stupid question. Why do people drink too much? Well, so why stop? You do stupid things when you're drunk. You hurt yourself. You compromise your health. It's really hard on the people around you. You tend to turn into a liar, and it screws up your life. It's like, yeah, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, well, it is. But you need something better than that. And what's better isn't being straight and not making mistakes. It's like that's all prohibition in some sense. What's better is,
well,
no, you need an adventure, man.
Hey.
Alcohol. It's an interesting drug. Alcohol. It's a hell of a drug.
And if you do like,
it's a great drug.
Everybody loves a drink. It's not a deck breaker, that's real.
No, you need an adventure, man. You need to get out there and have something to do. Something worth waking up for. That's the substitute for addiction. Actually, the addiction is the substitute for that. If truth be known. Alcohol really is a good drug for coping with anxiety. It makes you more extroverted and enthusiastic, more full of positive emotion. And the second thing it does is reduce anxiety. It's a great drug. But the problem is, it's a great drug. For the moment, alcohol is an interesting drug.
And if you don't like, you can
it's a hell of a drug.
And if you do, well, it can't be wrong. Everybody loves
it's a great drug. Alcohol is an interesting drug because it actually doesn't make people stupid. People who are drunk will take far more risk. And you might say, well, that's because they're too stupid to understand the risk. It's like, no, they're not. If you ask them about the risk when they're drunk, they can outline it perfectly. What it stops them from doing is caring about the risk. That's why you can drive around drunk at high speed in a car, which is a really stupid thing to do.
Whoa.
Fun, like so many things.
Hey.
Off a cliff. I'm flying. True until the last tenth of a second. It's like then you're not flying, man. Alcohol is an interesting drug.
And if you don't like,
it's a hell of a drug. Alcohol. It's a great drug. But the problem is, it's a great drug.
What up?
Alcohol
It's a drinking song, and if you don't like,
it's a hell of a drug.
And if you,
alcohol,
well,
it's a great drug. But the problem is,
there's consequences. Consequences by a Joe of consequences, like doing a live stream and having to deal with things not working and cameras just randomly switching off. Hey, thanks camera for randomly switching off. That's a beautiful thing. And that's something that I've definitely missed. I've definitely missed that kind of thing. I've definitely missed that kind of thing. Don't know about you.
Does complacency come with age, and do I have the urge to back off?
Aye.
Negative. Back off? Not happening. I hear that I'm over 40, I'm pushing 50, whatever. Bring it. Back off? Negative. Not happening. In fact, I'm stepping it up. I'm training harder, eating cleaner. I'm training more. I'm learning and reading and studying more now than I ever have in my whole life. Do I get dinged up? Of course I do. Do I take some injuries? Yeah. You know what? No factor. Deal with them. You know what? I hear? I hear the clock ticking. That's what I hear. And the end is nigh.
Then what?
And time
Time
waits
Wait
for no man.
No man. everything you got, 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 every fight. Oh, fight that ticking clock with everything you got.
You young guns out there, 18 years old, 20 years old, 24 years old, listen. Life goes by, and it goes by quick. Don't waste those years. Don't waste them. Live them. I know that you don't think you're gonna live to be 30, much less 40, but you are and you will.
Well,
And the earlier you get in the game and get on track, the better life you're gonna have. Healthier, wealthier, stronger, smarter, better. Better. And if you're an old man like me, and you haven't gotten on track yet, get on track. Get on it now.
whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got. Fight. Whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got, 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 whoa, fight. Whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got.
Everyone listening to this,
Yo, make some noise if you're hyped for that Jocko too.
no complacency. No,
Amazing.
no backing off. No
Man like Jeff, what's up?
whatsoever.
2076, what's up?
Fight.
Walking more apart, what's up?
Fight that ticking clock with everything you got. So, like the end of a hard day, you can put your head down with ease, satisfied that you're giving your best. Fight.
Whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got. Fight. Whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got, 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 every fight. Whoa, fight that ticking clock with everything you got, 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 everything you got. Everything you got, everything you got, everything you got, everything you got, every fight. Oh, fight that ticking clock with everything you got. Amazing. My name's Jeff. What up, Maria? Yeah. What's up? Man like Jeff says, I started listening to and implementing MEANINGWAVE into my daily life, and the difference is amazing. Overcame extraordinary adversity today with meaning. Come on.
Everybody's different.
Feels like it works.
Similar, but everybody's different. And your attitude has a giant effect, not just on your life, but on other people's lives around you. That's the other thing about it. Those I can't catch a break guys,
Get them the fuck away from me.
I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. I've had a shit ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? Stayed up. And I thought through it. And I figured out what the fuck I did wrong.
Yeah.
And then I went back. It's like I fucked up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it.
But you gotta realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is.
It's an opportunity for you to reassess, reboot, get better, figure out another way, find another way through. It's just challenges. And the people that look at those challenges and go, why do I always have these challenges? They're cancer. What? Those people are dangerous to be around. They will rob you of your enthusiasm. They don't give you any fuel. They're the opposite of fuel. The fuel people kicking ass. People that are out there just fucking hustling. Always getting things done. Always getting things done. My friend Jocko, every morning on Instagram page 4:30 shows a picture of his watch. Get after it. Get after it. He's out there working out 4:30 in the morning. He does it every fucking morning.
Why?
Because he doesn't want to. That's how you do it. You go and get after it. Don't make any excuses. And those kind of guys are fuel. But those I can't catch a break guys, they're the opposite of fuel. They're just pissing on your fire. They're no fun. Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. 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 Get them the fuck away from me. Come out! The people that surround them are all idiots. Because only idiots want to be around I can't catch a break guy. Only the dummies stick around. After a while, even if they're your good friend, you gotta be like, bro, you gotta fucking stop. You gotta stop with all this I can't catch a break bullshit. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your shit together, reading a book, meditating, something. Fucking something! Something. Fucking something. But this I can't catch a break shit is not helping anybody. And it pushes everybody away from you. Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. Get them the fuck away from me. I don't want to hear that shit. Come on, hey! I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Get them the fuck away from me. Yeah!
Akira the Don, Joseph Rogan. What a banger that was. What a banger that is. It was a banger while we were playing it. It's a banger now. It lingers in memory, you know? Shouts out to everyone locked in. Shouts out to everyone locked in live. Shouts out to everyone across space. Also at time. I want to do another international high five. I don't feel like I hung on to that one properly, you know? I don't feel I utilized it. I haven't had an international high five for, 9 days? Something like that. And, you know, it becomes part of one's power systems, you know. Luckily, I had like a year of them chained together, and that's kept me going pretty good, you know. As you can see, you know, I'm pretty chipper. But I do want another one, so let's do another one right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa! 3, 2, 1. And you can hold that like Tim Murphy, who holds his waking up at 4:30 every morning listening to Akira and vaping DMT. Gotta beat the enemy. Yes, you do, Tim. You've got to do that. You got to do that. Here's some things. Do you know? I'll tell you some things I've experienced right in this past week and a bit, right, that I'd forgotten about, that I had not experienced. Sunsets. You believe that? Sunsets. I spent a year DJing at the time of day when the sun sets, so I never saw the sunset. I seen some sunsets, and I seen some sunrises. Less of those. It's amazing how quickly your body will revert to its former sleeping patterns. Like I said, last night, which is the first time this happened, but last night it was like old school Akira the Dawn from over a year ago. I was up till 3 a.m. working on shit. It's crazy. Anyway, hey, this feels good, huh? How's this for you? This feel good? This feel good like this, just standing like this. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. So that's been cool, you know, and I did another thing, which is pretty cool. I went out with my son, you know, we went out and I was like, something's weird, you know, what is weird? And it was, the outside world is weird, and there was that, but I was like, I don't have to be back at a certain time. Like, it's very strange. Very strange feeling, you know? When you've spent every day for a year with a very, very specific thing that you need to do at a very specific time, or number of times. It's been crazy. It's good. And, you know, we're working, Mama Don and Akira and Hercules, we're working on a plan for the next stage. There's some very exciting things in the works for the next season of streams. And you know, we'll let you know about that as soon as there's more to let you know about in a concrete fashion, you know. I'm gonna dedicate this one to you. How about that?
So, what instead, therefore, if we see that you can't outwit yourself, you can't be unself-conscious on purpose, you can't be designedly spontaneous, and you cannot be genuinely loving by intending to love. Either you love someone or you don't.
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 If you pretend to love a person, you deceive them and build up reasons for resentment. You say, well, I ought to be honest. That's the beginning of it. Oh, so many lies you can't imagine. So many lies you can't imagine.
Either you love someone or you don't. Either you love someone or you don't. Either you love someone or you don't. Either you love someone or you don't.
When I hear a lot said about love, a big love thing on the way. Everybody's got to love everybody. Everybody sings songs about love. Do you know what I do? I buy a gun and bar my door because I know there's a storm of hypocrisy brewing. I buy a gun and bar my door because I know there's a storm of hypocrisy brewing. Either you love someone or you don't.
Either you love someone or you don't.
Either you love someone or you don't.
Either you love someone or you don't. welcome back, brothers and sisters. Welcome home. Welcome to the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. We have missed you. We have missed you. We have missed you. And it's real good to be here, baby. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Hey, what up, Cindy Bailey? What up, Il Ink? What up, Moose? What up, Oscar S? What up, Logan Mons? What up, Sensi Beats? Shouts out to everyone locked in.
Akira.
If this is your first time here, drop a wave emoji.
He's got clout.
This one's for you.
But what draws people to ayahuasca again and again? To brace themselves for this experience, and you do have to brace yourself.
Is its extraordinary effect at the level of consciousness. And one of those effects has to do with creativity. And we can see the creative cosmogenic impulse of...
Yo, your boy haven't DJ'd for 8 days. Do weird things, play songs in the wrong key. What a guy.
Akira.
What up, Nathan Dunn? What's up? What's up, Savage Chill? Says a rainstorm's about to roll through my town. The wind is blowing with some intent right when the Watts came on with that, so guess I better bar my door.
For this experience,
Get out.
you have to brace yourself.
is its extraordinary effect at the level of consciousness. And one of those effects has to do with creativity. And we can see the creative cosmogenic impulse of ayahuasca in the paintings of ayahuasca shamans. As these paintings show another universal experience of ayahuasca, the encounter with seemingly intelligent entities which communicate with us telepathically. I'm making no claim one way or another as to the reality status of these entities we encounter. Simply that phenomenologically, in the ayahuasca experience, they are encountered by people all over the world, and most frequently of all, the spirit of ayahuasca herself. Mother Ayahuasca, who is the healer. Mother Ayahuasca, who is the healer. And although she's kind of the mother goddess of the planet, she seems to take a direct personal interest in us as individuals, to heal our ills, to want us to be the best that we can possibly be.
To be the best.
And mistakes in our behavior that may be leading us down the wrong path. And this is perhaps why ayahuasca has been fantastically successful in getting people off harmful addictions to hard drugs such as heroin and cocaine. Jacques Mabit at the Takiwasi Clinic in Peru brings heroin and cocaine addicts out there for a month, gives them 12 ayahuasca sessions. They have encounters with Mother Ayahuasca during their that lead them not to wish to take heroin or cocaine anymore. More than half leave completely free of their addiction, never return to it, and don't even have withdrawal symptoms. The same incredible healing work was being done in Canada by Dr. Gabor Mate until the Canadian government intervened and stopped his healing practice on the grounds that ayahuasca itself was an illegal drug. Mother Ayahuasca, who is the healer? 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 Ow! Yeah! Aye! Meaningwave Autonomous Zone! Make some noise. It's Akira the Don and Graham Hancock from the album The War on Consciousness, out now on all platforms. Shouts out to the Psychedelic Furs.
Psychedelic first. Just as I said that. Andrew Kamarami says, hey, Akira, do you have any stories with psychedelics? Do I? Do I? Thank you, Andrew Kamarami, who says congratulations on 60k subs. Sajid Saj says good to see all the man's doing well from Dripping Springs to Melbourne and everywhere in between. It really is. It really is. Nana Jeff says grateful to the gods. Please. Love you, M-A-Z. Excuse me. Oh, that's a request. I forgot what requests look like. Hey, guess whose birthday it is?
Akira.
This guy. Not this guy. This guy.
And tomorrow,
JC.
that the realization of
JC.
your
And, we were talking about him a little bit today on
put aside
the Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson conversation. Isn't that interesting?
and with its
Is
temptation,
that a synchronicity? I don't know.
statement of requirements of life,
Oh, shoot. And we were actually talking about this aspect. Huh.
live this way.
How about that?
I tell my students, follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. Your bliss, where the deep sense of being informed. Going where your body and soul
Man, it's the data science, you ledge. How you doing?
feeling, then stay with it and don't let anyone throw you off.
Yeah.
One fine evening, I was in my favorite restaurant. At a table was sitting a father, a mother, and a scrawny little boy, about 12 years old. The father says to the boy, drink your tomato juice. The boy says, I don't want to. The father, with a louder voice, says, drink your tomato juice. And the mother says, don't make him do what he doesn't want to do. Father looks at her and he says, he can't go through life doing what he wants to do. If he does only what he wants to do, he'll be dead. Look at me. I've never done the thing I wanted to in all my life. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. A poet is one who's made a profession and a lifestyle of being in touch with that. Most people have to be concerned with other things. They get themselves involved in economic and other activities, or get drafted into a war that isn't the one you're interested in. Most people living in that realm of occasional concerns, they all have the capacity that's waiting to be awakened. Well, we're having experiences all the time, which may, on occasion, render some sense of this, a little intuition of where your joy is. Grab it. No one can tell you what it's going to be. You've got to learn to recognize your own depth. Follow your bliss. Follow your bliss. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were going to be. It's miraculous. If you do follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track. Has been there all the while waiting for you. And the life that you ought to be living is the one you're living somehow. When you can see it, you begin to deal with people who are in the field of your bliss. And they open doors to you right there. wherever you are.
Right there.
If you're following your bliss.
Go.
Follow your bliss.
Aye. Happy birthday, Joseph Campbell.
Follow your bliss.
Aye.
Say follow your bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were gonna be.
What up?
Follow your bliss.
Shecky, what's up? Marshall, what's up? House Palmer, what's up? Andrew, what's up?
Follow your
gang, giggity. 60,000 subs party. Oh boy.
bliss and don't be afraid. Follow your bliss and don't be afraid. And doors will open where you didn't know they were gonna be.
Yo, this time, what was it? 3 years ago? 4 years ago? 4 years ago, 3 years ago. When was 2018? When was 2018? We had like 4K. I think we had 4K. Look at us now, 60K. Amazing. Yo! Yeah, baby. You like songs about leverage? Make some noise if you like songs about leverage. Yes, baby, we got some. Oh.
Fortunes require leverage. Business leverage comes from capital, people, and products with no marginal cost of replication.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth.
Leverage is critical. We all know what leverage is when we use a seesaw or a lever. We understand how that works physically. But I think what our brains aren't really well evolved to comprehend is how much leverage is possible in modern society and what the newest forms of leverage are. The oldest form of leverage is labor, which is people working for you.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Instead of me lifting rocks, I can have 10 people lift rocks. And just by my guidance and where the rocks should go, a lot more rocks get moved than I could do myself. Everybody understands this because we're evolved to understand the labor form of leverage.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth.
And so what happens is society overvalues labor as a form of leverage. This is why your parents are impressed when you get a promotion and you have lots of people working underneath you. This is why when a lot of naive people, when you tell them about your company, they'll say how many people work there. They'll use that as a way to establish credibility. They're trying to measure how much leverage and impact you actually have. We just automatically assume that more people is better. But I would argue that this is the worst form of leverage that you could possibly use. Managing other people is incredibly messy. It requires tremendous leadership skills. You're one short hop from a mutiny or getting eaten or torn apart by the mob. It's incredibly competed over. Entire civilizations have been destroyed over this fight. For example, communism, Marxism, is all about the battle between capital and labor. Das Kapital und das Labor, right? So it's kind of a trap. So you really want to stay out of labor-based leverage. You want the minimum amount of people working with you that are going to allow you to use the other forms of leverage, which are much more interesting.
Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Give me a lever long enough and a place to stand, and I will move the earth. Whoa!
Yeah, that's the sweet sound of leverage right there. Oh! Sweet sound of leverage. Woo! Man like Michael M, appreciate you, baby. Man like Matt Lally's up in the house. God bless you, baby. Good to see you. Says man like Akira the Don. I was getting bad with Joel Simpsons. Yo, we here, baby. Don't you worry. Scoops82, appreciate you, baby. Says congratulations and many blessings. To you, Wave Lord. We are Mars. Real. 11 long enough, and I will move the earth. Give me a lover long enough, and I will move the earth. Give me a lover long enough, and I will move the earth. Give me a lover long enough, and I will move the earth. A lover long enough, and I will move the earth. Give me a lover long enough. Yeah, what a banger. That's brand new from Akira the Don and Naval. Naval, Ravikant. And Akira the Don, give me a lever, baby, give me a lever. We got Nivi, featuring Nivi on the chorus. You might remember Nivi from How to Get Rich Volume 1, in which Nivi rapped the chorus of You're Not Gonna Get Rich Renting Out Your Time, which is a powerful record that changed lots of people's lives. Lots of people's lives. I literally get messages of people all the time. Currently every day, but that's because it's Naval season and people are like, hey, that first album changed my life. I started a business. I implemented this, that, or the other. Which is very cool. Get ready to get your life changed again, because How to Get Rich Volume 2 is coming on April 16th. It's got that song on it, and that's just one of many songs about leverage, you know? Songs about leverage. We've got Mama Done in the chat. What's happening? Where's the camera gone again? Ah, shit. Hey, it would not be a stream with Akira the Don in it if there weren't technological concerns. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? I think it's right. I think it is. Yeah! Nathan Dunn says the House Get Rich rapper. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Mama Don's in the house. What's up, Mama Don? How you doing? How you enjoying having a stream in the house, Mama Don? It's been a quiet house, you know. The house has been very quiet for the past week, as in, like, not lots of screaming about the existence of MEANINGWAVE. Not huge amounts of screaming about the existence of MEANINGWAVE for like 4 or 5 hours a day. Jake says Mason says we're all gonna be rich. That's right. That's right. That's right, Multiverse Media Space. Speaking to Jake says, keep looking and pushing forward, Sib. I believe in you. You can find happiness and purpose. That's right. Walking More Post says, Campbell. Oh yeah, all my instruments are over yonder. They're not. I haven't fixed that. Those should be. I just rebuilt the studio, you know. Oh my god! If only you could see. One of the incremental improvements is a great incremental improvement, I gotta say. Well, we got the overhead guy, right? But the overhead is fixed to the ceiling. It used to be on this kind of really like precarious kind of mic stand attached to another stand situation hanging over the top. It's now fixed beautifully to the ceiling. It's just up there, you know, high above camera thing. So that's nice. Lots of incremental improvements, you know. Incremental improvements that you don't see, but they're there, you know. They're there. Mama Dan says, I've not missed the cowbell. You've not? I'm going to have to go find it. Where's the cowbell? Happy birthday, Joseph Campbell. Happy birthday, Joseph Campbell. You beautiful Joseph Campbell, you. Beautiful, beautiful Joseph Campbell, you. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, look, it's back. If anyone know anything about Elgato cam links, anyone know why the camera would freeze, and the only way to fix it is to go around and unplug it and plug it back in again? Anyone know about that kind of thing? Yo. Anyway. We'll work it out. There's always lots of things to work out. And that's the joy of being alive, you know. If it wasn't the case that there was something to work out, what would you do? You know, sit around. What would you do? Olive Juice in the house. Good to see you. Says, I received my new hoodie today. So soft. And now I can spread the word. What word would that be? The word about MEANINGWAVE and how it exists. I haven't shouted it yet, have I? I'll shout it soon, don't you worry. I'll shout it very, very soon. Anyway, we were saying that there's a new album coming up very soon. It's racing towards us like a freight train. Racing towards us like speedboats on the Suez Canal. You know, racing towards us like the Flash, you know. Trying to turn back time. Trying to find a way to stop Steppenwolf from going home. He just wanted to go home! That's all he wanted to do, he just wanted to go home! Honestly, I get emotional thinking about Steppenwolf, and if you don't know what I'm talking about the antagonist from Joss Snyder's Justice League. Not Joss Snyder's Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League. Joss Snyder. Anyway, never mind that. We might talk about that in a minute, but right now I want to play you a song. I want to play you a brand new song. I want to play you a wonderful song. I want to play you a song that's on the album. The album, How to Get Rich, Volume 2. And this will be the single that's coming out next week. There'll be a music video for this dropping on Friday. How about that? Nathan Dunn. Wondering whether single number 2 will be best in the world, robots or a curveball?
The best one in modern society, and people go, this is glib, this is overused, and this is why I tell people learn to code. We have this idea that in the future there's going to be these robots and they're going to be doing everything. And that
robots!
But I would say the majority of the robot revolution has already happened. The robots are already here, and there are way more robots than there are.
Robots!
I mean, data centers for heat and efficiency.
Robots!
Put them in servers, they're inside the computers, all the circuits, the robot mind inside that's doing all the work. And so every great software developer, for example, now has an army of robots working for him at nighttime while he or she sleeps. Whoa! The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. About halfway through it, we're just adding in much more of the hardware component these days. As we get more familiar, we get more comfortable with the idea of autonomous vehicles and autonomous airplanes and autonomous ships and autonomous trucks and delivery bots and Boston Dynamics robots and all that. But robots who are doing web searching for you are already here. Cleaning up your video and audio and already here. Answering customer service queries that you would have had to call a human for.
Already here.
An army of robots is already here. It's very cheaply available. The bottleneck is just figuring out intelligent and interesting things to do to them. So the robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. You can order this army of robots around. Just the commands have to be issued in the language that they understand. So these robots aren't very smart. They have to be told very precisely what to do and how to do it. So coding is such a great superpower. Now you can speak the language of the robot army. And you can tell them what to do. Now you can speak the language of the robot army. And you can tell them what to do. Now you can speak the language of the robot army. And you can tell them what to do. Now you can speak the language of the robot army. And you can tell them what to do. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. The robot army is already here. The robot revolution has already happened. It's already here.
rubber revolution, it already happened. The rubber revolution, it already happened. Akira the Don, Naval, Ravikant, the robots. From How to Get Rich Volume 2, coming soon to you. It's coming soon. It's coming soon to you. It's coming soon to you. It's coming soon to you. Blah, blah. Make some noise if you're excited for that new Naval. Come on.
And so is a nice little tangle. If I put this in the language of Oriental philosophy and religion, it would be something like this. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. One who abandons that desire attains nirvana, which is supreme peace, liberation. Nirvana means in Sanskrit, blow out. That is, exhale the breath. Exhale the breath. The opposite, desire, is to breathe in. Now, if you breathe in and hold it, you lose your breath. But if you breathe out, it comes back to you. It comes back to you. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. So the principle here is, if you want life, don't cling to it. Let go. Let go. But the problem is, if I desire not to desire, is that not already desire? How can I desire not to desire? How can I surrender myself when myself is precisely an urge to hold on, to cling to life, to continue to survive? To survive. To survive. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. The Buddha said that wisdom must come only from the abandonment of selfish craving or desire. I can see rationally that by clinging to myself I may strangle myself. I may be like a person who has a bad habit, as a result of which he is committing suicide. And he knows that, but can't give it up. Because the means of death are so sweet.
MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone, you beautiful thing. God bless you. That was a special record right there. Everyone loves that record. You know, that's Akira the Don and Alan Watts. The Buddhist said that wisdom, you know, must come from listening to Akira the Don. That's what the Buddhist said, you know. And Alan Watts and Akira the Don made a song all about it, and that was that. We're in ASMR mode right now. I quite like ASMR mode. It's an interesting mode. I want to shout out the Scoops 82. Caden Lamson, thank you for the support. God bless you. Melinda, thank you for the support. God bless you. Tim Murphy, God bless you. Strangely asking for a Soul Asylum record. Moose, God bless. Says the first rule of gun safety is to have fun. That's a good point. Matt Lally, God bless you, you bad man. Says I've been itchy finger searching for the Naval 2 album on Apple Music. Well, you're gonna have to wait, baby. You're gonna have to wait a little while. April 16th, but you know, you won't have to wait too long. It'll come fast. It'll come fast. Watch this. Look, see that? See that there? That's the artwork. Isn't that nice? Lovely. I'm gonna stop whispering. So wait a minute. I'm gonna whisper all day. Yo! Savage Jill says, is it odd that I found the soothing voice of Watts to be good workout vibes? You are not alone on that. I got a lot of workout bros and sisters who bang that stuff, and they send me videos of themselves just banging out all manner of crunches and kettlebells and picking up rocks and lobbing them around the place type shit to those joints. You know, it's not just the turbo joints that get you in that Chad mode, you know. And if you listen to the Chad formula, you would know that, baby, because Alan Watts is on the Chad formula. Yeah, thingy. What was I going to say? Here's the look. Here's the artwork. Here's the artwork for the Naval album. I'm in the way of it. How do I get myself out of the way? Move, Akira the Don. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. I said, move, Akira the Don. Get out the way. There you go. There's the beautiful artwork for the Naval album. And I had this kind of vision for what it should look like after I read his little story, which I believe he called The Box. You know, and I had this kind of idea, and you know, and I hit up my boy Tommy Peterson, who's a G. You know, he did the artwork for the second to last Alan Watts album. Where Will I Fight To? He did the artwork for Father. He did the artwork for the Scott Adams album, you know. And he had a room. He had a tiny bit of room this year. He's about to go and do a big comic book project, you know. So he won't have time to do any more drawings. He had just enough time to do this one, and it came out fantastic, you know. And yeah, he did all. Look how cool it is. Anyway, so yeah, shouts out to Tommy Peterson. What a G! What a G! You know, so yeah, that's coming out soon, baby. Coming out soon. Cosmic Kangaroo says that is a man who knows what to do with levers. Levers, that's right, baby. And you're gonna know what to do with levers. Come March 16th, April 16th, whenever it is. Oh, it's April, yeah. We're nearly out of March. Can you believe that we're nearly out of March? Can you believe that we're nearly out of March? But we made it. You know, we made it, and that's a beautiful thing. We made it, and we made it to this wonderful point where you know, MEANINGWAVE exists. And the Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson 2021 conversation exists, you know, exists, and you can listen to that. And last time we had one of those conversations, it resulted in this record that was requested by the artist of Data Science.
Akira.
CLOUT.
Do you know who Akira the Don is?
Akira.
Do you know who Akira the Don is?
Of course,
he's amazing.
Akira the Don is a British musician, DJ, and producer.
Yeah.
He's worked in genres as diverse as pop, hip-hop, indie, dance, and more recently, perhaps, something that has come to be known as
what?
MEANINGWAVE.
Whoa! I cut the speech up with the beat, added some crackling vinyl. The older I get, the more I know just how little I know. Most men living one bad day away from being a wino. Many sing along, but how many could hit the high notes? But for the grace of God, go idle. Hello, hi, pretty fly. For someone from such a place as I, you might not walk, but you might fly. Bitch, we live in such a time. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Alive. For the peak of recorded human history, hear them shout.
Akira.
He's got clout.
I spoke that shit into existence. Perseverance plus persistence. Don't need motivation, we've got meaning. Discipline equals freedom. It's that meaning wave, 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 meaning wave. I said the speech, got that shit to the beat. It was sweet and the sound made meaning wave, 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 meaning wave.
A combination of metered spoken word and music chosen for its emotional and conceptual appropriateness from some of my sayings and my talk.
Make some noise!
Akira has also produced...
Congratulations, Roman!
Featuring
Dobzhansky.
Jocko Willink.
Congratulations, baby, that's beautiful.
Even Foster Wallace and Ian.
Proud of you.
Among others. So, welcome, Akira. It's nice to talk to you. What are you...
Lally.
Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave.
Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave. I took the speech, hit the shit to the beat, it was sweet and the sound made meaning wave. Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave. Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave. Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave. I took the speech, hit the shit to the beat, it was sweet and the sound made meaning wave. Meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave.
I'm engaged in ridiculous hyperproductivity and the zone inhabitation.
Yo, we in the zone.
My idea.
We still in here. We still up in this place.
Of making music so
the zone
flows
is the place to be, baby. Why would you want to be anywhere else? Why?
The process becomes.
I would suggest you don't be anywhere else. I suggest you come here. Meaning Wave Autonomous Zone. Heart of meaning. Man like walking more poet. Says meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave, meaning wave. Nathan says, how many times is meaning wave said in that song? I don't know. Someone should find out. Someone should investigate that.
Creativity and language. And what's really important is, I call it the felt presence of direct experience, which is a fancy term which just simply means we have to stop consuming our culture. We have to stop consuming our culture. We have to create culture. Don't watch TV. Don't read magazines. Don't even listen to NPR. Create your own roadshow. The nexus of space and time, where you are now, is the most immediate sector of your universe. And if you're worrying about Michael Jackson or Bill Clinton or somebody else, then you are disempowered. You're giving it all away to icons which are maintained by an electronic media, so that you want to dress like X or have lips like Y. This is shit-brained, this kind of thinking. That is all cultural diversion. And what is real is you and your friend and your association, your highs, your orgasms, your hopes, your plans, your fears. And we're told, no, we're unimportant. We're peripheral. Get a degree, get a job, get a this, get a that, and then you're a player. You don't even want to play in that game. You You want to reclaim your mind and get it out of the hands of the cultural engineers who want to turn you into a half-baked moron, consuming all this trash that's being manufactured out of the bones of a dying world. Where is that at?
Hey! Where's that at?
Catalyst, just say what has never been said. Just see what has never been seen. Draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act. What has never before been done. Just say what has never been said. Just see what has never been seen. Draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act. What has never before been done.
Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Whoa! Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind.
Catalyst.
Yeah! Whoa! Reclaim your mind.
Catalyst. Just say what has never been said. To see what has never been seen. To draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act. What has never before been done. Just say what has never been said. To see what has never been seen. To draw, paint, sing, sculpt, dance, and act. What has never before been done.
Whoa! Reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. Yo, yo, yo! Akira the Don, Terrence McKenna, Catalysts. Make some noise for Terrence McKenna. Make some noise for man like Sway. Man like Sway with the big boy 9999. Says Maz is the place to be. It's true, it's true. Man like Matt Lally, appreciate you, baby, thank you. Says Maz should be his own country. I pledge allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the MEANINGWAVE on top of his zone. You got them wave emojis, drop them wave emojis. I will take that as a pledge of allegiance. I will take that now. Whoa! Whoa!
First off, everybody says, oh, ideas are a dime a dozen, execution is everything. And they just assume that at some point they'll be walking around and like lightning will strike them and they'll think, oh my gosh, people should share cars and I'll make an app in the middle to connect people with cars and I'll call it Uber. No, ideas don't really work like that. Nor does execution work the way most people think. People think, I'm going to take this great idea and now I'm going to do it. The doing it can happen in 1,000 different ways. People don't realize there's a whole spectrum of execution ranging from really, really bad so that an idea will fail, or really, really good so that even a bad idea might have a chance for success. For success. Having ideas is like a muscle. Having ideas is like a muscle.
Yeah.
Having ideas is like a muscle. I'll try to practice having 10 ideas a day. Doesn't have to be a good idea or a bad idea. But it keeps that idea muscle in practice. If you're sick and you lie in bed for 2 weeks, you might actually need physical therapy for walking. Your leg muscles atrophy that fast. It's the same thing with ideas. If you don't have ideas every day, your idea muscle is not going to get bigger. It might atrophy. And so I try to practice. I'll come up with a topic and I'll
stop back. What's up?
Having 10 ideas a day around. Each day will be a different topic.
Data science. What's up?
Good ideas on that topic. Now they won't be good ideas because you can't have 3,650 good ideas a year. But I try to make sure they're as good as they possibly could be. I've been doing this ever since I wanted to network, and I'm not a very good networker. I wanted to ask my heroes, can I buy you a cup of coffee and pick your brain? And so I wrote to 20 people. They didn't even say no. None of them responded. Why would they respond? Warren Buffett's not going to say, hold everything. Clear my schedule, Gladys. He's never going to even respond to me. He's going to think I'm an idiot. So then I started writing down, I started researching everyone's business, and I started writing down 10 ideas for Warren Buffett's business, 10 ideas for this person's business, 10 ideas for this person's business. And then I would send those ideas to the people, and I would say, hey, you don't have to respond to this. I don't want anything, but I really admire you and your business. Here's 10 things where I think your business can improve. And then I started getting responses. And it actually changed my life, some of those responses. And so I started doing it every single day without fail. Since then. Having ideas is like a muscle. Idea muscle. I'll try to practice having 10 ideas a day. Idea muscle. Doesn't have to be a good idea or a bad idea. Idea muscle. But it keeps that idea muscle in practice. Ideas every day. 10 ideas a day. Ideas every day.
Yo, shouts out to everyone who discovered James Altucher through this song. Cyclops924 says, I hadn't even heard of James Altucher till this song. Now I've listened to a fair amount of his podcast and I enjoy listening to his thoughts. Thanks for the introduction, Akira. Hey!
Idea muscle.
That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. And you know, MEANINGWAVE would not exist if it wasn't for James Altucher. It was James Altucher who said, quadruple down on what's working.
Usually by numbers.
And he said that the week I put out Be a Plumber. So I made quadruple down on Be a Plumber and made a Jordan Peterson mixtape. And now here we are. Look, here we are on this beautiful day. The day of my daughter's wedding. Not. The day of the 60K subs party. The day. On this day. In just one day. Just one day we released a new single with Naval, Ravikant. You know? We dropped a conversation with your friendly neighborhood Wave Lord and the Good Doctor. And we had a 60K subs party. We're having it. We're having it right now. It's occurring. It's occurring. What's YouTube recommending I look at? Let's see. YouTube thinks I should look at one of my own mixes, Chill Hop Summer Essentials, and another of my own mixes. It's recommending me a lot of my own stuff. Look at that. A Busy Works Beats video, an Ether Van Skyver video, Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Red Letter Media. I've already watched that. Why are you recommending me that? I already watched that. You already know that, YouTube. You know everything about me, YouTube. Some financial videos. I've been watching financial videos lately. listening to them at sleep time, you know. That's what I've been doing. One of the things I've been doing, because it's more difficult for me to fall asleep. When I haven't like forced myself up at 6 in the morning, half 6 in the morning, and then done 2 streams a day for a year. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird that would be the case? Well, not really. That's what you would expect. Hey, I got a question for you, Meaning Wave Autonomous Zone. I got a question for you. Why did you come here?
So,
what you looking for?
All comes down to this basic question. That human beings have for a long, long time been concerned about transforming their minds.
Yeah.
Is there any way in which one's mind can be transformed?
Rewind. Cyclops says, I saw Weinstein in your recommendations. Any chance you'll get in the portal? That's Weinstein when he was on my podcast. If he asks me, I'm sure that would be a wonderful conversation.
All comes down to this basic question. That human beings have for a long, long time been concerned about transforming their minds. Is there any way in which one's mind can be transformed?
Or is it simply a process which is nothing more than a vicious circle?
I could ask, why have you come here?
What were you looking for? Why have you come here?
What were you looking for? Why have you come here?
What were you looking for? Why have you come here? What were you looking for? I'm asking you, I asked you.
Why have you come here?
Why have you come here, Meaning Wave Autonomous Zone? You could have done something else. Why come here? Cindy Bailey says, I came for the meaning.
I'm here.
Mason says, I came for the epic activities. Laura Pip says, lol, it's always good.
Why have you come?
That's true. Dylan May says, I see that Real Vision Finance. Yo, I heard one of the best podcasts I ever heard on that channel the other day.
What were you looking?
Terica Lynn says, yay. Chris says, the question is, why would I not come here? That's a good question.
You looking?
Good question.
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for? Caroline H says, I came here because I missed you all tremendously. What was you looking for? Scoops82 says, I came to celebrate positivity and I'm here to ensure my kids have meaning waves in their lives.
Looking.
Real.
Would it be too presumptuous of me to say that you were looking for help? That you hoped you would hear somebody who had something to say that would be of help and relevance to you as members of a world which is running into the most intense effort. A world beset by a complex of problems, any one of which would be bad enough. But when you add together all the great political, social, and ecological problems with which we are faced, they are appalling. And one naturally says, the reason why we are in such a mess is not simply that we have wrong systems for doing things, whether they be technological, political, or religious. But we have the wrong people. The systems may be all right, but they are in the wrong hands because we are all, in various ways, self-seeking, lacking in wisdom, lacking in courage, afraid of death, afraid of pain, unwilling really to cooperate with others, unwilling to be open to others. And we all think that's too bad. It's me that's wrong.
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for?
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for?
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for?
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for?
Why have you come here?
Jeff, what were you came for great music, became a completely different person.
Why have you come here?
Yeah.
What were you looking for?
Cosmic Kangaroo says, came in for the meaning, stayed for the vibes.
What were you looking for?
Multiverse Media Space.
Have you come here?
What were you looking for? Yeah, yeah.
Why have you come here?
Yeah. Logan Mars says, Akira, what was the podcast? I'm curious now. What podcast?
What were you looking for?
Oh, the one that was the best.
Why have you come here?
I can't remember the guy's name.
What were you?
I've got it. I've saved in my things to turn into amazing records.
Come here.
Vanta Black says, your music called me. That's where you came. Biological Bootloader says, I came for Rebel Wisdom.
What were you looking?
Becca H says, I come here to be with people who share a higher vision of what is possible. These are the people who rule the world. Laura Pips is probably going to have to go to bed since nearly 2 a.m. Hey, good night and sweet dreams to you, British person.
Looking.
Shouts out to the UK.
What?
Multiverse Media Space says, I have the trip to PCB on lock for you all still.
You looking?
Matt Lally is numbering things. What's he numbering? 8. Akira plush for sale. Are you listing desires? Are you making wishes?
Why have you come here?
D-Lars says, you're back! You're breathtaking.
Why have you come here?
Why have you come here?
What were you looking for?
What were you looking for?
Why have you come here?
Laura Pip. Everything. Oh! Walking More Purse says, I came here for a life supercharged with meaning. Fuzzy says, I came here because I got a Discord notification. Feels like it works. Illa Inc. says, I have come here for motivation. Matt Lally says, my brain is sweaty now. Those are his 10 ideas, says Cyclops. Oh, I missed those 10 ideas. I only saw a couple of them. The ones I saw were very good. Shot glasses is great. Everyone loves a shot glass. Insight of the Ages, what's up, baby? Says, epic making JBP cry, bro. Hey, don't. Strange way of putting it. Made me cry too. So glad he's back. Praying for the restoration of his body. I am is good. Hey, look, it's Hercules. Did you come to get me some water? That's nice. Come say hi. Wait a minute. You didn't come to bring me water. You just came to steal my water. Come and say hi. Get back here. Come here, you cheeky monkey. Come and show him your gappy tooth. Hercules is here. He wants to show you his gappy tooth. I say he will. Don't go that way. Don't. You'll knock things over. Come around here. I'll put you on the close-up. You're gonna die. How could you die? Oh, the bloody camera's frozen again. Ugh. Hang on, I'll go on this one. Why didn't anyone tell me the camera's frozen? How long have I been frozen? Look, there's Hercules. Show me your gappy teeth. Look at this gappy boy. What are you up to, Hercules?
Playing with my friend Oscar in a rec room.
What are you playing?
It's like a game where you fight goblins.
Yo, all right. Well, have fun. Go kick those goblins. Kill the goblins while you can. You know, bloody goblins. I gotta fix that camera again. I wonder why it's doing that. Does anyone know? Does anyone get any ideas? Any ideas? Anyone? Maybe we should have like a bet. Why is the camera just constantly frizzing and then I have to unplug it and plug it in again? It's a mirrorless DLSR via it's going in via an Elgato cam link. You know, anyone know about that sort of thing? I don't know. Ken High Handbiker says, is that the guy from the Chad album art? Exactly, right? Exactly. That is young Hercules. That's Hercules. You know, and he is, you know, the consummate Chad. Consummate Chad Hercules. Yeah. Cool thing about this is stops me getting into some kind of weird like flow. Yeah, it keeps things disrupted, like crows throwing themselves off of roofs. It ain't roofs, it's roofs. Woo! Hey, it's back. Fight all the time, fight all the time. Biological Bootloader says, thank you for allowing the tag YouTube hero Alex. Was that interview released the day of the Great Eclipse? If so, very auspicious. What that means. Word Speaks says, camera muscles atrophied. Nathan Dunn says, MEANINGWAVE debugging sesh. Cosmic Kangaroo says, turn it off and on and again. Well, that's literally after every time it freezes, I just unplug it and plug it back in and it works. Weird, huh? Ryan Kurtz says, I really enjoyed your Peterson interview. I'm inspired by your work. Thank you, Ryan Kurtz. Appreciate you. AAA3 says, JBP live scoring. Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, we got biblical lectures to live score, baby. We got some more of those need doing. Looking forward to doing those. Look forward to doing those. Nathan Dunn is dropping tooth emojis. Oh shoot, that reminds me. Don't let me forget tooth. Anyway, let's do something before the camera freezes again. Yeah! Noise if you know what this is. If it were the last thing you were doing in your life, stop being aimless. Stop letting your emotions override what your mind knows. Stop being hypocritical, self-centered, irritable. You see how few things you have to do to live a satisfying and grabber life. If you can manage that, that's all even the gods can ask of you. Yeah, keep on degrading yourself. So soon your chance of dignity, it will be gone. Everybody gets one life. Yours is almost all used up now. And instead of treating yourself with respect, you have entrusted your own happiness unto the souls of others. Unto the souls of others. External things distract you, then make time to learn something worthwhile. Stop letting yourself be pulled in all directions, and make sure you guard against the other kind of confusion. People who labor all their lives but have no purpose to direct every thought and impulse towards, or wasting all their time, even when hard at work. Even when hard at work. Ignoring what goes on in other people's souls. No one ever came to grief that way. But if you won't keep track of what your own soul's doing, how can you not be unhappy? Don't ever forget these things, the nature of the world. My nature, how I relate unto the world. What proportion of it I make up, that you are part of nature. And no one can prevent you from speaking and acting in harmony with it. Always! Aye! Yeah, keep on degrading yourself. So, soon your chance of dignity, it will be gone. Everybody gets one life. Yours is almost all used up. And instead of treating yourself with respect, you have entrusted your own happiness unto the souls of others. Unto the souls of others. MAZ makes noise. Make some noise.
the substance of the tree is carbon. Where did that come from? That comes from the air. It's carbon dioxide from the air. People look at trees and they think it comes out of the ground. The plants grow out of the ground. But if you ask where the substance comes from, you find out where does it come from?
Where's it come from?
Trees come out of the air? They surely come out of the air.
Surely.
They come out of the air. No, they come out of the air. The carbon dioxide in the air goes into the tree and it changes it, kicking out the oxygen, pushing the oxygen away from the carbon and the carbon substance with water. Water comes out of the ground. Only it came out of the air, didn't it? It came down from the sky. So in fact, most of the tree, almost all of the tree is out of the ground. I'm sorry, it's out of the air. Now, of course, I told you the oxygen and carbon stick together very tight. How is it the tree is so smart to manage to take the carbon dioxide, just the carbon oxygen nicely combined, and undo that so easy? Life has some mysterious force. No, the sun is shining. And it's the sunlight that comes down and knocks this oxygen away from the carbon. So it takes sunlight to get the plant to work. And so the sun, all the time, is doing the work of separating the oxygen away from the carbon. The oxygen is some kind of terrible byproduct, which it spits back into the air, and leaving the carbon and water and stuff to make the substance of the tree. Then when we take the substance of the tree and stick it in the fireplace, there's all the oxygen made by these trees. And all the carbon would much prefer to be close together again. And once you let the heat to get it started, it continues and makes an awful lot of activity while it's going back together. Epic! And all this nice light and everything comes out. And everything is being undone. You're going back from carbon and oxygen, back to carbon dioxide. And the light and heat that's coming out, that's the light and heat of the sun that went in. The sun that went in? So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log. So it's sort of stored sun that's coming out when you burn a log.
When you burn alive.
Yo! Who wants grace? Hey yo, who wants grace? Makes noise! If it is you!
Do you want grace?
Hey!
Well, ask God, maybe he'll give it to you. And the theologian will tell you, yes, God gives this grace freely. He gives it to all because he loves all. It's here like the air. All you have to do is receive it. Or a more orthodox, a Catholic Christian would say, all you have to do is to take the holy sacrament of the altar, the bread and wine, the body and blood of Christ, and there is the grace right there. And it's given by these simple physical means so that it's very easily and readily available. Well, a lot of people got baptized.
None of it.
And it doesn't always take. People fall from grace. Why do they? You see, we're just talking about the same old problem. But we've put it a step up. But it's the same problem. How can I improve myself? Was the first problem. The second problem is, do you want grace? want grace?
I want grace. We want grace, yeah.
You want grace?
Hey.
I want grace. We want grace, yeah.
You want grace?
I want grace. We want grace, yeah.
How can I accept grace? They're both the same problem.
Grace tokens.
Because you gotta make a move. Which will put yourself out of your own control into the control of a better. If you don't believe in the Christian kind of a God, you can believe in the Hindu kind of a God, who is your inner self. You see, you've got a lower self, which you can call your ego. That's that little scoundrelous fellow. It's always out for me. But behind the ego, there is the Atman, the inner self, the inward light, as Quakers would call it, the real self, the spirit, which is substantially identical with God. So you've got to meditate in such a way that you identify with your higher self. How do you do that? Well, you start by watching all your thoughts very carefully, watching your feelings, watching your emotions, so that you begin to build up a sense of separation between the watcher and what is watched.
What is watched?
You want grace.
I want grace. We want grace, yeah.
You want grace.
I want grace. We want grace, yeah.
You want grace. You want grace.
Hey, hey. I want grace. We want grace. I want grace. We want grace. I want grace. We want grace. What up, Joe?
Perfect. Perfect.
So that you are, as it were, no longer carried away by your own stream of consciousness. You remain the witness, impassively, impartially, suspending judgment and watching it all go on. That seems to be something like progress. At least you're taking an objective view of what is going on. Of what is going on. You are beginning to be in a position to control it. But
what's up, Jade? You're breathtaking.
Behind the self, the watching self. Can you watch that one? It's interesting if you do. Because you find out, of course, that this is just as the problem of grace is nothing more than a transposition of the first problem. How am I to be unselfish? By my own power. It becomes how am I to get grace by my own power.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is? Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing.
He's got clout. Do you know who
Evil
Akira
for
the
me
Dawn
is differentiated from tragedy by its lack of necessity and its voluntarism.
Come on! Make some noise, Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. Hopster!
Evil is more pernicious.
Appreciate you, baby.
Than that which is generated by social inequality. I think it's actually a form of demonically worked aesthetic. Demonically worked aesthetic. Evil is more pernicious than that demonically worked
aesthetic.
Yeah.
The motto on the gates of
MAC makes some noise.
Auschwitz.
Yo, look at us, look at us. We in here.
Make you free. That's an aesthetic of evil. To make a joke. It's a terrible, terrible, ironic joke. It's instructive to meditate on what sort of imagination would have the arrogance to tell such a terrible joke. Demonically warped
aesthetic.
Demonically warped aesthetic.
Evil is more pernicious than that.
Demonically warped
aesthetic.
Yeah! Special effects. Special. We out here, baby. Come on.
What should move forward in time with me, and what should be let go as if it's dead wood? The more dead wood that you let go of and burn off, when you have the opportunity, the less it accretes around you.
Deadwood. Deadwood. Deadwood.
Go.
Deadwood.
Go.
Here's something interesting about forest fires. People have been trying to prevent forest fires for a long time. It's because forest fires burn up the forest, and that can't be good. But here's what happens if you don't let forest fires burn. Forests collect a lot of dry branches, right? Because tree branches die and wood falls on the forest floor and collects. The amount of flammable material keeps increasing with time. And that's not so bad if it's wet, but if the amount of flammable material is increasing and it gets really dry.
Yo, Donkey Dunk says congratulations Akira for 60,000 subs and an interview with JBP. Let's go!
That it burns the
appreciate you, baby!
Off. In which case you
breathtaking thou art.
Or you just have a desert.
Robert Easy, bless up!
Deadwood.
Come on! Oh, shouts out to our single hater. Did they hit the Jibbit video yet? That JBP interview was up. I mean, last time I saw it, it had like 600 likes and not one dislike. Not one! Welcome, hater!
Deadwood.
Unless it was a clumsy person, in which case, shouts out to my clumsy friend. I got like this one clumsy friend, you know?
Evolved.
Turns up in all my videos and just falls over in the wrong direction. Just one guy.
And some won't
He's amazing!
release their seeds unless there's been a fire. And so a little bit of fire at the right time can stop everything from burning to the ground.
Right.
And that's also a really useful insight, a metaphorical insight into the nature of sacrifice, right? It's also a lot easier to let go of something when you're deciding to let go of it because you've decided yourself that you're done with that. It's a weak part of you. It needs to disappear. You do that yourself, it's much better and much easier than it is if it's taken away from you forcibly, in which case you're very much likely to fight it.
Man, you can't get help.
Deadwood.
Come on!
Deadwood.
Yeah! Islander says JBP moonwalking in the forest fire to Deadwood. Oh, shoot. Oh, Oh, whoa! Can someone animate that? Hey, it's my son. What a beautiful boy. Thanks.
Elevate your aim.
He's going to get me some water. Oh shoot, we got a second hater. Someone out there heard us talking about that and like, right, I'm gonna hit dislike too.
Because it's above you.
Whilst enjoying this amazing stream.
Judge you what's useless about yourself, and then you can dispense with it. And you want to keep doing that, and then every time you make a judge that's more elevated, then there's more useless you that has to be dispensed with. And then if you create an ultimate judge, which is what the archetypal imagination of humankind has done, say, with the Christ, you have a judge that says, get rid of everything about yourself that isn't perfect. Dead wood.
Perfect.
Dead wood.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah.
Dead wood. Dead wood. It's a phoenix-like process, right? You're shedding all those elements of you that are no longer worthy of the pursuits that you're valuing. And then I would say the idea here is that as you do that, you shape yourself ever more precisely into something that can withstand the tragedy of life and that can act as a beacon to the world. That's the right way of thinking about it. Maybe first to your friends and then to your family. It's like it's a hell of a fine ambition, and there's no reason that it can't happen. You know, every one of you knows people who are really bloody useful in a crisis and people that you admire, right? You can think of all those people as partial incarnations of the archetypal Messiah. That's exactly right.
Dead wood! Whoa! Dead wood! Aye! Dead wood! Aye! Dead wood! Dead wood!
And the more that manifests itself in any given person, then the more generally useful and admirable the person is in a multitude of situations. And we don't know the limit to that.
Perfect.
No, we don't, babe. We do not know, Jade. We don't know, Jade. Cyclops 9, we don't know. Scoops, this is mind blown. Hi! Bushido pirate crew. Akira doesn't freeze. He's just using up too much bandwidth in the mindscape.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah! We're in the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone. Akira. It's so nice to be here with you guys. It's a beautiful day to be live here at the peak of recorded human civilization. We're getting down. We're just playing straight Meaningwave bangers. I didn't really have a plan tonight, you know. I was like, because I spent all day just plugging things in. And feels good to be here with you, baby, playing Meaningwave. Come on.
To
make some noise.
Joy, you have to have it. To impart delight, you see more or less
60,000 people smashed that.
Be delightful.
That bell.
Factor
that notification ting.
To make it.
And I appreciate every single one of you.
Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others. It is to do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others. That's to say, people.
It's a magnificent game, this.
Are people who are interested.
The freeze game. Can you freeze like the dawn?
Who
can you do it?
Is constantly thinking about all sorts of other things and other people and so on. Because they're fascinating. Becomes a fascinating person. But a person who doesn't think about anybody else and who's got very little going on inside their skull is boring. So in other words, your engagement with the external world, the more you are involved, the more your personality is enriched. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You
become thereby delightful to others.
But if you try to enrich your personality by taking a course in how to win friends and influence people, or how to be a real person, you'll become just a washout. You'll be like somebody trying to get a good nutrition by biting his nails, and then the fingers next, and then half an arm gone and so on. You're entirely nourishing yourself with yourself. Now, of course, on a vast scale, the universe does that. It eats itself up. That's why the symbol of the snake swallowing its tail is a very fundamental, archaic symbol of life. But the way it's done is that the snake has in some part of the ring a place where it's not sensitive. It's called the unconscious. Where it doesn't know that what comes to it in the form of food is actually what left it in the form of excrement. That thing is... Don't mention it. After all, as the Lord said at the beginning of the universe, you must draw the line somewhere.
Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. Do things that are delightful to you. You become thereby delightful to others.
Come on! Cyclops 924. I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People right now, and it's in the top 5 most important books I've read. Yeah! Yo, this one goes out to you.
Bite off a little more than you can chew, you get stronger.
And definitely you.
And you do that in the gym. For example, when you go lift weights, you lift weights that are little.
Smash that like if you've not yet smashed that like. The first time I've asked you to smash the like, and already
you turn into
271 of you have done that.
Turn into more than
I'm so proud.
More than who you are, how you could be. More than who you are, more than you are, more than who you are, how you could be. More than who you are, more than you are.
There's a mythological trope that I discuss fairly frequently about rescuing your father from the belly of the dragon or the belly of the beast. You see it in The Lion King. You see it when Simba is being initiated by the baboon, and he ends up contemplating himself in a dark pool, and then his father appears in the sky. And then in the Pinocchio story, when he's trying to become a genuine human being instead of a marionette.
Man like Matt Lally currently reading The Sovereign Individual by
Jocko,
Jacob Rees-Mogg's dad.
Alternate destinies.
Yo, drop what you reading? Drop your books in the chat.
The darkest.
What you reading, MAZ? What you reading?
The ocean, and finds the biggest monster he can look at, and inside he finds his father.
Aye.
Rescues him.
More than who you are, or you could be. More than who you are, more than you are, more than who you are, or you could be. More than who you are, more than you are.
Why do you find your father when you look into the abyss? Imagine someone's pursuing a goal. Some of the things they have to accomplish or confront on the way to that goal frighten them, and they start to avoid, and then they get more afraid, and their ability to pursue their goal or to accomplish their goal deteriorates. If you're a psychotherapist or even a friend or a supportive loved one, you're going to encourage the person to face the challenges that are making them afraid, to face them voluntarily. What happens as a consequence of that is that the person usually is able to overcome those fears and develop the necessary skill and to prevail. That's partly because, not so much because they get less afraid, but because they get more skilled and more courageous. If you bite off a little more than you can chew, you get stronger as a consequence. And you do that in the gym, for example, when you go lift weights. You lift weights that are a little heavier all the time. And as a consequence, you develop yourself physically and you turn into who you could be. You turn into more than you are. Okay, so if you face fears a little bit at a time, fears and challenges, and you do that voluntarily, then you become
more than who you are. Or you could be more than who you are. More than you are. More than who you are. Or you could be more than who you are.
Okay, now let's recast that in archetypal language and make it into a kind of ultimate. If you want to become everything that you could be, then you look into the abyss itself, which is the darkest place that you can possibly contemplate. The terror of mortality and insanity and of suffering and of malevolence, all of those. It would be like looking into hell, I suppose. And then by voluntarily doing that, you call upon the strongest part of yourself to respond. And the strongest part of yourself is symbolized as the sleeping father nested inside the beast. It's like an answer to Nietzsche's conundrum. You look long enough into an abyss, then the abyss looks into you. It's like, well, if you look long enough into an abyss, past when the abyss looks into you, you see who you could become in the form of the great ancestral figures nested inside the catastrophe of life. Then you can join them. You can incorporate that and become stronger. And none of that's going to happen without the demand that's placed on you by willing to confront the full terror of life, the reality of suffering and death, the ever-looming presence of malevolence in your own heart and in the heart of other people. So it's evil and suffering. If you do it forthrightly, then you discover who you could be as a consequence. And who you could be is the solution to malevolence and suffering.
More than who you are. Or you could be more than who you are. More than you are. More than who you are. Or you could be more than who you are. More than you are.
Such a brilliant conceptualization that inside the darkest place is the heroic ancestor whose identity you could incorporate. Perfect. It's perfect. And I really believe it's true. And what it does is it says that the human being is actually stronger than the
people can say all kinds of things. They can say, well, this is just the autonomous substructures of manifesting themselves, but sounds to me like a lawyer's explanation. It's hard to smoke DMT, especially if you're not a smoker. It's harsh. Some people don't get enough. I would say of the people who smoke as much as I think you should smoke, 75% probably report something like this. Hard for people to report. Had years and years of practice. What I've just told you about this is an incredibly crumpled, compressed, edited version. Because what is really happening in there is unspeakably bizarre. 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 That seems in fact to be its quality, that it is unspeakable, and that therefore in order to speak of it, you have to
MAC makes nuts!
Higher order glide.
We got Terrence in the house.
Like language. Ayahuasca is a slow release DMT. Again, at very high dose ayahuasca and at very high dose psilocybin, these entities begin to emerge. When I take psilocybin, sometime in the second hour, I pass through a place which I've learned to recognize. It's a feeling, and I call it elk country. And there are no elves, but there's a feeling. And then I call them, following the directions of a favorite episode of I Love Lucy, I call them by saying,
come in, little green men, little green men. It's simply a permitting. It's simply an invocation. And then they approach like a Nawari bear. Speak!
Listen! Speak! Listen! Speak! Listen! Speak! Yo, baby. Shout out to everyone listening on the podcast. If you ain't watching this live, you're missing out. You're missing out on some of the finest performance art ever seen by man nor beast. But still pretty epic, I'm sure. Still pretty epic, I'm sure. Make some noise, Meaningwave on Son of a Zone if you are OP.
Okay, so here's the problem.
This is the anthem for the OP.
There's a big problem here.
Big problem.
The problem is, it's true.
It's true.
You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why. You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why.
Maybe you're too short, or you're not as beautiful as you could be, or your grandparent was a serf. Likely, because almost everybody's great-grandparent was. You know, you're not as smart as you could be, and you have a sick relative, and you have your own physical problem. Frankly, you're a mess. Frankly, you're a mess. And you're oppressed in every possible way, including your ancestry and your biology. The entire sum of have conspired to produce victimize you with all your individual pathological problems. It's like, yes! Yeah! True!
You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why. You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why.
Okay, but the problem is that it is true, and so if you take the oppressed, you have to fractionate them and fractionate them and fractionate them and fractionate them, and it's like, you're a woman, yeah, okay, well, I'm a black woman, well, I'm a black woman who has 2 children, well, I'm a black woman who has 2 children, and one of them isn't very healthy, and then, well, I'm a Hispanic woman, and I have a genius son who doesn't have any money so that he can't go to university. My husband is an alcoholic brute. It's like, well, yeah, that sucks too. And so, let's fix all your oppression. Let's fix all your oppression. Let's fix all your oppression. We'll take every single thing into account, and then we'll fix yours too. We'll take every single thing into account. It's like, no, you won't. No, you won't.
Whoa!
No, you won't.
No, you won't.
Because you can't. You can't.
It is technically
impossible.
You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why. You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed. God only knows why.
First of all, you can't even list all the ways that you're oppressed. Second, how are you going to weight them? Third, who's going to decide? That's the bloody thing. Who's going to decide? Who's going to decide? That's the thing. You have to fractionate the oppressed all the way down to the level of the individual. Oh, that's what the West figured out. It's not an accident that the axiomatic Western individual is someone who is unfit for us and tortured. It's like, yes, right, exactly.
You're oppressed, 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 you're oppressed.
damn suffering. Try to be a good person so you don't make it worse.
Why?
Well, that's the truth, you know?
Meaningwave Autonomous Zone, make some noise for yourself! Bye, Joe! Yo. I just saw someone in the chat saying they would like to tip in Bitcoin if only they could. Hey, you can. You can. Hit in the description of this broadcast, there's a link to our donate page and there's Bitcoin on there. I saw someone else saying, I wish there was a Meaningwave Nifty. There are! That's something that you missed. In the time between when I last streamed and now, we have minted 2 Meaningwave Nifties. And a third one is up there right now. And that's for the new single. So you can go check that out. The links are in the description of our broadcast. The links are in the description of our broadcast. And, if you can go to... Let me see if I can find this on here. Hey, there it is. Look. Shush you. So this is our big link tree. It's got all our links in it. But if you go to the Nifty one, which is on OpenSea. We're on Project OpenSea. You can go see us on there. And I would follow that and keep an eye on that because we'd be dropping stuff like relative regularities. The Chad formula went yesterday for 0.69 ETH. 0.69 ETH. Someone owns that whole Chad formula. The whole Chad formula is owned. And right now, we got a Nifty up, which is for give me a lever. Is it lever? Would you say lever or lever? Do you say lever or lever? British people, we say lever, but American people say lever. And I've been in this country and doing this record so much, I now say lever. And I bet next time I see a British person, they're going to pull me up on it. They're going to pull me up. Give me a lever. Akira the Don and Naval Ravikant. The Nifty single. You get this visual, you get the sick loopy visual, but you also get the music video, and you get the WAV, and that's a one-off. So there. So if that's your bag, baby, if your bag is that kind of thing, we are in that space. You better believe it. You better believe it. And always, if you're like, wish Akira the Don was doing this or that, there's a good chance that Akira the Don is doing this or that, and you might want to check the links in the broadcasts. And if Akira the Don isn't doing something you think he should be doing, you should go, all right, Akira the Don, do this thing. We would love you to do this thing. Hit me on the Discord. Certain smart people have been doing that. Smart people like Matt Lally, they'd be like, oh yeah, Akira the Don, yo, and I do my best to pay attention because you are smart. You are very smart and beautiful. And I've learned a great deal from you, you beautiful thing, you. And that's one of the reasons I love the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone, because of all the things I learned from you. Cyclops says today is the first I've heard of Nifty, or in general, or in this world. Nathan Dunn says Akira said lever in his BVs on the track. I was disgusted. Do you know what's funny? Do you know what would be rude? It would be like doing backing vocals with an American and doing British pronunciation just to be super British, and therefore buggering up the whole song. Imagine doing that. That's funny. I wonder if I've ever done that. I wonder if I've ever done it. Might have. Hey, do you want to hear a hit? Do you want to hear a massive hit record? Massive hit record. I've got a massive hit record for you. We've got so many massive hit records here in the Meaningwave Autonomous Zone that, we could be playing for, many hours and just to have hundreds of them left to play. And here we are. Actually, shit, we're coming up on 3 hours. I meant to do a 2-hour stream. How'd you do that? How's that happen? How'd that happen? Logan Mars says, didn't Tim Ferriss invent the term nifty for nifty? Do you know what was funny? I was listening to him. I was listening to a podcast with him in Naval and Vitalik, And yeah, Tim Ferriss said something about inventing the word nifty. I didn't know Tim Ferriss invented it. I thought it was just the obvious thing to call it because that's what it looks like. But shouts out to Tim Ferriss. What a G. Man like Tim Ferriss. I love it, right? I was on the YouTube yesterday. Look, I was doing some work and I pulled up YouTube to have something on. And YouTube also suggested me a Tim Ferriss video from 12 years ago. And Tim Ferriss was showing you how to peel an egg. Just how to peel an egg painlessly with one swift motion. And that's why I love Tim Ferriss. You know what I mean? He's just out there. Like, he don't give a fuck about a culture war or none of that bullshit. He's working out how to do useful things like peel an egg in one swift motion. Make some noise! Yo! Musa shouts out Vitalik all day.
Moral, for the moral shall take thought for the things of itself.
All day!
Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
Aye.
I spent a long time trying to figure out what that meant too, because it's another one of those lines that can easily be read as pro-grasshopper and anti-ant. Remember the old fable of the grasshopper and the ant? Maybe not. I'm not going to tell it. But the ant works and the grasshopper fiddles. The ant has a pretty good time in the winter and the grasshopper dies. And so this is like a pro-grasshopper line, but it's not. It says something else. It says that if you orient yourself properly and then pay attention to what you do every day, that works. That works.
Yeah, dude.
That works. That works. And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. The world shifts itself around your aim. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name in order to do something. You're an aiming creature. You look at a point and you move towards it. It's built right into you. And so you have an aim.
Okay.
Say your aim is the highest possible aim. That sets up the world around you. It organizes all of your perception, what you see and you don't see, your emotions and your motivation. So you organize yourself around that aim, and then what happens? The day manifests itself as a set of challenges and problems, and if you solve them properly, you stay on the pathway towards that aim, and you can concentrate on the day. And so that way, you get to have your cake and eat it too. Because you can point into the distance, the far distance. Point into the distance, the far distance. And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. If everything that you're doing is related to the highest possible aim that you can conceptualize, that's the very definition of the meaning of the thing you would write. On when the issue is back to Noah. Well, all hell's about to break loose and chaos is coming. It's like when that's happening in your life, you might want to be doing something that you regard as truly worthwhile. Because that's what will keep you afloat when everything is flooded. And you don't want to wait until the flood comes to start doing that. Because if your ark's half built and you don't know how to captain it, the probability is very high that you'll drown.
You'll drown.
And you can live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning. Live in the day. You're a creature that has a name. You have to have a name that makes every moment supercharged with meaning.
Yeah! MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone, make some noise for yourself. Scoop Set, you two, bless up. Miranda Alec, bless up. Make some noise for Jordan B. Peterson. If you haven't checked it out yet, that Akira the Don and Jordan B. Peterson conversation just dropped. If you need something to do after this, that's probably a good thing to do. Enrich your life. Enrich your life! Ooh, this end bit's nice, huh?
We need to know who the competent people are, and we need to reward them. And even more importantly, we need to tell young people, hey, there's some hierarchies of competence.
Tell them!
Like 1,000 of them.
Tell them the truth, Miranda Alec!
Good one, you know? Being honest.
Appreciate you, baby.
Otherwise, all you do is go out there and cause trouble. We don't need people to cause more trouble. We need people to solve problems. Solve problems.
Whoa!
Solve problems.
Whoa! We need people to solve problems.
Solve problems.
Come on! Hey!
We don't need people to cause more trouble.
We need people to solve problems.
Solve problems.
Hey!
Go be a plumber, man.
Whoa! Go be a plumber, man. Good. Good.
Go be a plumber, man.
Be a good one, you know? Woo! Yo, 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 this is amazing. It's the first MEANINGWAVE song and it sounds so good. Whoa! We need people to solve problems.
You know, and so you can be a tradesman and you can make a lot of money as a tradesperson. It's a bloody, reliable, honorable, forthright, productive way of making a living. And there is a hell of a lot of difference between a working man who knows what he's doing and one who doesn't. Both in terms of skill and ethics, right? And you work with someone who knows what they're doing, it's a bloody pleasure. They tell you what they're gonna do, they tell you how much it will cost, they go and do it, it works, and you pay them. Perfect. Everyone's happy. And that's what happens when you have genuine hierarchies of competence.
Shouts out to the spirit of the father, that's what's up. Man like Mason. Man like Red King, appreciate you. Says solve problems. Solve them. Brian Alex says love to everyone here. And not here. Exactly. Exactly.
We don't need people to cause more trouble.
We need people to solve problems. Solve them problems, baby. Make some noise if you've been solving some problems.
We need people.
What problems have you solved lately, baby? What problems have you solved? I've been solving some technical problems during this very stream.
Need people to cause more trouble.
I'm trying to solve the problem with the freezing camera. It hasn't frozen for a little while. Touch wood. Got no wood. Oh, shit. I'm out, fresh out wood to touch. Solve problems!
Go be a plumber, man.
Solve them, baby. David Merwin, appreciate you.
Go be a plumber, man.
Be a good one, you know.
Be a good one, you know. Be a good one, you know.
What would be the forms of culture that we would say to be necessary or most inclined to foster in the individual that glowing of the flame?
I think the most accessible form for most people is music. And music, to me, is the most representational form of art, because I think that the world is made out of patterns. And we perceive some patterns as objects, but fundamentally it's patterns. And what you want is all the patterns of the world to interact harmoniously in something where every element is related intelligibly to every other element. And I think that when your life is in harmony, then you can feel that. When you're dancing to beautiful music, you're acting that out. The music is the music of the spheres, and you're participating in the patterning of your being in accordance with that structure, and that gives you an intimation of transcendence. Music is everything.
Music is everything. Music is everything. Music is everything.
uncriticizable. That's the thing that's so lovely about it, is even as our society has become more cynical and more self-destructive and more deconstructionist, the power of music has in fact grown. Because it speaks to that eternal harmony. And the reality of that eternal harmony in a way that mere intellect cannot deny. And I mean, I was always amused. I went to this show, the Ramones, a punk band from New York. It was the loudest concert I'd ever heard by a good factor of 10. My ears rang for like 3 days afterwards. And there were all these like nihilistic punk rockers all crammed into this theater, and below me there was a mosh pit. It was like ants on a frying pan.
Yo.
Smashing into each other.
Yo.
Throwing people around above them, and it was quite rough. And they were all having this beautifully transcendent musical experience which belied all of their nihilism. And they absolutely thrived on it. It was like, and even the lyrics were harsh and nihilistic, but it didn't matter because the music in its rough form was something that united them in the sense of this like patterned beauty and brought them together. And so exposure to music, people die without music. It's like, music is everything.
Music is everything. Music is everything. Music is everything. Everything. Music is everything. Music is everything. Music is everything. Yeah. Music is everything. I think I'm wrong. Yeah. Ow. Music is everything. Music is everything. Music is everything. Yo, make some noise. Yo, where else? Where else can you come and find quality entertainment? I went running off looking for my cowbell, you know. I couldn't find it because it's real bright in here with the lights, and out there it was real dark. I couldn't see shit. Then I was like trying to run back in here. Came skidding across like that. Came skidding into the frame like a powerful skidding person, you know. And then I think I had my auto-tune set on the wrong thing. Everything, music is everything. 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 Oh, maybe I didn't. Everything. Nice. Nice! Oh shit, baby. Oh! Okay, cool. It was slightly wrong. I had it in a minor. It should have been a major. That's good. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Hey! Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Come on!
If you really want to get paid in this world, you want to be number one at whatever it is that you're doing.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
Of course, he's amazing.
Oh!
And it can be niche, that's the point. It can literally be you're getting paid for just being you. You know, at this point, some of the most successful people in the world are that way. Oprah gets paid for being Oprah. Joe Rogan gets paid for being Joe Rogan. They're being authentic to themselves.
Yeah.
You want to be number one, but you want to keep changing what you do until you're number one. You can't just pick something arbitrary. You can't say, I'm going to be the fastest runner in the world, and now you got to beat Usain Bolt. That's too hard of a problem. But what you can do is you can keep changing what your objective is until it arrives to your specific knowledge, your skill sets, your position, your capabilities, your location, your interest, knowledge, your skill sets, your position, your capabilities, your location, your interest, and then converges to making you number one.
Number one. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Oh!
When you're searching for what to do, you actually have two different foci that you have to keep in mind at all points. One of those is, I want to be the best at what I do. And the second is, what I do is flexible so that I am the best at it. I am the best at it. Until you arrive at a comfortable place where you're like, yes, this is something I can be amazing at while still being authentic to who I am.
Do you know who Akira the Dawn is?
And this is not going to be an overnight discovery. It's going to be a long journey. But at least you know how to think about it. The most important thing for a company is to find product market fit. The important thing for an entrepreneur is to find founder product market fit, where you are naturally inclined to build the right product which has a market. That's a three-focus problem, which is you got to make all three of those work at once. If you want to be successful in life, you just have to get comfortable managing multivariate problems, multiple objective functions at once. And this is one of those cases where you have to map at least two or three at once.
Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world at what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world. Oh. Become the best in the world. Become the best in the world.
He's got clout.
Become the best in the world. In the world of what you do, keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true. Become the best in the world of what you do. Keep redefining what you do. Until this is true. Until this is true.
Akira.
The Dawn. He's got clout. Hey, come on. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They're like this cause they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and I recognize the wrongdoer as a nature related to my own.
Not at the same blood or birth, but the same mind, that possessing the share in the divine. Not at the same blood or birth, but the same mind, that possessing a share in the divine. So, none of them can hurt me. No one can implicate me in ugliness, and nor can I feel angry at my relative or hate, because we were born to work together like feet, hands and eyes, like the two rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on him, these are obstructions. Yo! Discard your first approach, so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the guts in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the guts in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first approach, so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the guts in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the guts in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first approach, so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. I said grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Whatever this is that I am. Come on. Throw away your books. That is not allowed. Instead, as if you were dying right now, despise your flesh, a mess of blood, pieces of bone, a woven tangle of nerves, veins and arteries. Consider what the spirit is air, but never the same air. Vomits it out and gulps in again every instant like finally. The intelligence, hey, think of it this way. You were an old man. Stop allowing your mind to be a slave, to be jerked about by selfish impulses, to kick against fate and the present, to mistrust the future. What is divine is full of providence. Even chance is not divorced from nature, from the inweaving and infolding of things governed by providence. See, everything proceeds from it. Yeah! And then there is necessity in the needs of the whole world, of which you are a part. Whatever the nature of the whole does, and whatever serves to maintain it, that is good for every part of nature. Yo, the world is maintained by a change in the elements and in the things they compose. That should be enough for you. Treat it as an axiom, treat it as an axiom. Yo, discard your first book so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart, baby. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Yo, discard your first book so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first book so you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Are you ready? All together now, baby. Come on! Oh, what a glorious thing, waking up in the morning, baby. You get to have a whole day. What a glorious thing. Oh, you get to have a whole day. Discard your first books, you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Grateful to the gods in the bottom of your heart. Discard your first books, you won't die in bitterness, but in cheerfulness and truth. Remember our love, you've been putting this up. How many chances the gods gave you and you didn't use them. At some point you have to recognize which world it is that you belong to, what power rules it, and from what source you spring them. There's a limit to the time assigned to you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and will never return. It will never return. It will never return. It will never return. Yeah! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Meaningwave autonomous zone. Make some noise for yourself. It's a beautiful day to be alive. The video froze. I thought we'd fixed it. That didn't fix it.
Although it didn't fuck up for quite a while, and that was cool. Not fucking up for a while was cool. I enjoyed not worrying about whether the camera was about to cut out, whether the camera was about to cut out.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men, with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines, you are not cattle, you are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty! In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite! Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, most have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers!
democracy! Let us all unite! Hey! Bro! It exists. It exists, baby. Meaning Wave exists. We exist. Man like Matt Lally exists. $60, 60,000 subs. You bad man, appreciate you. Thank you. Mike B in the place to be. In honor of Alec Moran and all the great people who support the wave of meaning over chaos. Meaning over chaos. Meaning over chaos, baby, that's so real. Meaning over chaos. We had the time. We had the power. We've yet to have our finest hour. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that. The camera's back. It looks so great. I'm super grateful for the technological miracle that allows Meaning Wave to exist. Moran Alec says God loves you, and don't you forget that. We can never forget that, Moran Alec. Thank you for your support and your service and your family, and for generally being a great bad motherfucker. I want to thank everyone who came down here tonight and made this such a wonderful 60,000 sub celebration. A wonderful 60,000 sub celebration. Whoa! Wow, we had 300 likes. That's crazy. 300 likes. That's the new standard for a stream. That's epic activities in 2021. Shouts out to everyone who supported. Cindy Bailey, Moran Alec, Jules Vaughn, Moose, L. Ink, Alec Moran, Word XP, Mike Bassett, Oscar S. and Zach Sauser, Walking on Poet, 2076, Jeff, my name's Jeff. Come on! Hercules has been saying that. Basically, ever since I last saw you, Hercules has just been coming up to me going, "Hey, Dad." I'll be like, "What?" And he goes, "My name's Jeff." I said, "Do you even know what that is?" He said, "Yeah, it's a meme." I looked it up. It was Channing Tatum, you know, it's Channing Tatum. "My name's Jeff." I was like, "Look, that's Channing Tatum, he's an actor." I DJ'd his birthday party in like 2019. Hercules is so impressed. He's really impressed. He's running off to tell all his friends. So, you know that guy made one of the best memes of all time, Dada. Yes, Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum, you made one of the best memes of all time, according to an 8-year-old boy called Hercules. Be glad. My name's Jeff. It was very funny. I've never seen that movie, nor do I care to. And obviously, that was the best bit of it. You're not gonna beat that. You're never gonna beat that. Cedric Touch. Andrew Komaromi, artist of data science, you bad man. Artist of data science out there, killing it. He had Viveki John in his podcast this week, I believe. Is that out yet? Michael M's in the house. Scoops 82, Caden Lamson, Melissa, Tim Murphy, Walking More Poet, Sway La Duenas. Sway got the most out of tune one. Man, like, how can you be out of tune with auto tune on? You can. It's actually more difficult to sing through auto tune than without it. Nobody knows that. People think auto tune makes it doesn't. It's very difficult. You have to hit the right notes, otherwise it sounds fucked. Insight of the ages. Appreciate you, baby. Red King, David Moen, Mike Can, Dan Frank. All of you beautiful, brave citizens of the MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone. Shouts out to Ted. Who knows? My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. How long have I been frozen? How long? How long? How long has this been going on, you know? How long, brothers and sisters? How long has this been going on? I don't know. I do like that we had a new thing to deal with today. I feel like that's something we have, right? Every time we stream. We have some kind of issues to deal with, and that was our issue today. And that I'll be having to try and work that out if we ever do another stream. If we ever do another stream. If we ever do another stream. I think we might.
I read a lot about terrible things that people have done to each other. You just cannot even imagine it. It's so awful. So you don't want to be someone like that.
Nope.
Now, do you have a reason to be? Yes. Yep. You have lots of reasons to be.
Yep.
God, there's reasons to be resentful about your existence. Everyone you know is going to die. You too. And there's going to be a fair bit of pain along the way. And lots of it's going to be unfair. It's like, yeah. No wonder you're resentful. It's like, act it out. See what happens. You make everything you're complaining about infinitely worse. There's this idea that hell is a bottomless pit. And that's because no matter how bad it is, some stupid son of a bitch like you could figure out a way to make it a lot worse. That's what life is like. Yeah. It's suffering. That's what the religious people have always said. Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
What do you do in the face of that suffering? Try to reduce it. Start with yourself. What good are you? Get yourself together for Christ's sake so that when your father dies, you're not whining away in the corner and you can help plan the funeral and you can stand up solidly so that people can rely on you. That's better. Don't be a damn victim. Of course you're a victim. Jesus. Obviously. Put yourself together. You know how to do that. You know what's wrong with you. If you'll admit it. You know there's a few things you could like polish up a little bit. That you might even be able to manage.
in your insufficient present condition. And so you might shine yourself up a little bit, and then your eyes will be a little more open, then you can shine yourself up a little bit more, and then maybe you could bring your family together instead of having to be the hateful, fightful, neurotic, infighting batch that you're doomed to spend Christmas with. Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
So then you fix yourself up a little bit, kind of humbly, because, oh God, you're a fixer-upper if there ever was one. And then you got to figure out how to make peace with your idiot brother, and probably not, because he's just as dumb as you, so how the hell are you going to manage that? So then maybe you get somewhere that way, and your family sort of functions, and you find out that kind of relieves a little bit of suffering, although it reduced the opportunities for spiteful revenge, and that's kind of a pain in the neck. And so then you get your family together a little bit, and you're a little clued in then, at least a bit, because you've done something difficult that's actually difficult. You're a little wiser, and so then maybe you could put a tentative finger out beyond the family and try to change some little thing without wrecking it. Our society is complex, and we teach our students that they can just fix it. It's like, go fix a military helicopter and see how far you get with that. You're like a chimp with a wrench. What? Oh, look, it's better. It's like, no, it's not better. Things are complicated, and to fix things is really hard. And you have to be like a golden tool to fix things. And you're not. And that's the other message of the West. How do you overcome the suffering of life? Just be a better person. Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it?
Life is suffering.
Life is suffering.
Yes.
What you gonna do about it? Oh!
That's how you do it. Well, that's hard. It takes responsibility. And I think, if you said to someone, you want to have a meaningful life? Everything you do matters. That's the definition of a meaningful life. But everything you do matters. You're going to have to carry that with you. Or do you want to just forget about the whole meaning thing, and then you don't have any responsibility, because who the hell cares? And you can wander through life doing whatever you want, gratifying impulsive desires for how useful that's going to be. And you're stuck in meaninglessness, but you don't have any responsibility. Which one do you want? Well, ask yourself, which one are you pursuing? And you'll find very rapidly that it isn't the majority of your soul that's pursuing the whole meaning thing, because, well, look what you have to do that. You have to take on the fact that life is suffering. You have to put yourself together in the face of that. Well, that's hard. Christ, it's amazing people can even do it. I'm stunned every day that I go outside, and it isn't a riot with everything burning.
What you gonna do about it? Life is suffering. What you gonna do about it? Bum, bum, bum! Life truly is suffering.
And a beautiful suffering.
Beautiful.
A beautiful, beautiful suffering with that. A miracle, you might say. You might say it's a miracle. Speaking of miracles, congratulations, Andrew and Bianca. Gonna be parents. That's a miracle right there. Black Rock Beacon's in the house. That's a miracle right there. How you doing, Black Rock Beacon? It's wonderful to see you, Black Rock Beacon. Always. Shouts out to you and your lady. Welcome back, everybody. It's so good to see you all here in the Meaning Wave Autonomous Zone, the zone of meaning, the zone of, maximal miracles.
Yo!
I knew this guy. He'd been in a motorcycle accident and it really ruined him. And he was like a linesman, working on the power. And he was working with someone who had Parkinson's disease, and they had complementary inadequacies. And so 2 of them could do the job of 1 person. So they're out there fixing power lines in the freezing cold, despite the fact that one was 3/4 wrecked with a motorcycle accident. The other one had Parkinson's. It's like, that's how our civilization works. There's all these ruined people out there. They've got problems like you can't believe. Off they go to work. Can do things they don't even like. And look, the lights are on. My God, it's unbelievable. It's a miracle. Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable. It's a miracle. Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable. It's a miracle. Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable. It's a miracle. Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable. And we're so ungrateful.
So ungrateful.
College students, postmodern type. They're so ungrateful. They don't know that they're surrounded by just a bloody miracle. A miracle that all this stuff works. That all you crazy chimpanzees that don't know each other can sit in the same room for 2 hours sweltering away without tearing each other apart, because that's what chimps do. Without tearing each other apart, because that's what chimps do.
That's what chimps do.
It's a miracle. Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable. It's a miracle.
Look, the camera's on. It's a miracle.
It's unbelievable. It's a miracle.
Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle.
It's unbelievable. It's a miracle.
Look, the lights are on. It's a miracle. It's unbelievable.
Anyways, so what happened? Well, I made some videos and I got to the bottom of some things, at least as far as I could tell. So I told you what the bottom is. Then I got this idea about what you might do about it, which isn't my idea. It's not my idea. It's an old idea. It's far older than Christianity. It's the oldest story of mankind. It's old. Get yourself together. Transcend your suffering. See if you can be some kind of hero. Get yourself together. Transcend your suffering. See if you can be some kind of hero. Get yourself together. Transcend your suffering. See if you can be some kind of hero. Get yourself together. Transcend your suffering. See if you can be some kind of hero. Get yourself together. Transcend your suffering. See if you can be some kind of hero. Make the suffering in the world less. Yes! Well, that's the way forward, as far as I can tell. If there is any way forward. And that's what it looks like to me. So
That's it.
Thank you for being here, MEANINGWAVE Autonomous Zone. 60,000 subs on YouTube. That feels like something useful. That feels like something good. What really feels good is being here with you right now. Thank you all for being here. We'll be back. Follow the Telegram, the Discord for your guarantee of a notification when we do return. And we will return. Don't you worry about that, baby. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your support, for your love, for your energy, and for being you and for sharing your light with the world, which is what we need. That's all we need. All we need. That's literally all we need is you sharing your light with the world. And you are. God bless. 3, 2, 1. See you very soon. God bless. Still don't got an ending screen.